Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Glory Reds podcast. And it's your boy Don Benito. And as you can see, I've got a smile on my face. It's Monday. I'm going through my news. I'm reading, and I'm not seeing anything. No negative um, topic. No Manchester United. Okay, there was one. There is one top. There is one article that I read that Manchester United are still looking into getting that Sporting Lisbon coach, that Amaron guy. And I don't know, maybe they are, maybe they are not. But for right now, right here, right now, I think I'm going to put that pile on bullshit. It's going to go on that pile for bullshit, it's there by itself. But today we're going to be talking about the game against Brentford. We're going to talk about Erik Ten Hag winning a prize, an award, and the little bits and pieces about Manchester United. So please, let's jump right into it. So Monday comes along, and normally when Manchester United has been battered or we've been beaten or something negative around the club, we get flooded with news, propaganda, basically. And I am actually happy waking up today and not seeing so much negativity, not so much noise. I'm happy that I'm not stressed. Like for the first time, I get up, and I'm doing my business and I'm going through my news, I'm reading, I'm just chilling, doing my thing, and I'm not stressed. I'm not panicking about who's coming, which player, nothing. I am so relaxed. And I think that is because of the game that we won against Brentford. And as cringe as that sounds, like Manchester United is at that point. Anything can happen now. If Erik Ten Hag loses the next game, he's going to be on the chopping block. You know what I mean? It's just one of those situations where we just can't get out of. And the only way we can get out of any negativity or any negative whatever you want to call it is by winning games. Shutting these people down. That's the only way we can do it. So I'm loving it. And I'm happy. Now, let's talk about that game, that Brentford game. You know what? That game was nice. It was enjoyable. Um, because we won, right? Because we won and because of everything else that we've done, I don't want to dive too much into this game. I don't want to take out the positivity. I don't want to take out the I just don't want to shit on that performance. Like, it was a good performance. We played very well. However, I do feel like we could have done better. Now, that's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not trying to be a negative, whatever you want to call, negative nanny or whatever. I'm not. I was happy we won. I kind of cringed when don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, please. Please don't get me wrong. The moment when they were talking about now we came out in the second half, they were angry because at that time when De Ligt came out because of the injury, and that's when these guys scored. And in my mind, I'm like, why? Like, I get it, fair. And listen, like I said, I'm not taking away from what happened. I'm not taking away from our win. But it almost feels like they're saying that because we were helped, like because the referee got it wrong, or because something wrong happened to us, or unjust, like unfairness happened to us, that's what triggered the anger in them for them to come out and start doing the business. Like, for me, that kind of like, what? Yo, you guys are supposed to be on the business from kick off. Like, you shouldn't be letting teams breathe. You shouldn't be letting for circumstances or situations to happen in order for you guys to get pissed off and try and rally each other. Like, you guys are supposed to be smacking teams from the get-go. So when I heard that, like, I understand, and I'm not even trying to shit on that shine, nothing. I'm just saying, like, I felt some type of way. Because yes, we were dominating that game. We were doing the things that we had to do. The only thing that we were not doing is putting the goals behind the back of the net. And that is the annoying part. And then for them to come out and say, nah, this anger, nah. I'm like, oh, I get it, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It really, truly is not enough. And in fact, when I look at that game, we were supposed to take Brentford to school back, send them to university back. That kind. We were supposed to beat those guys properly. Unfortunately, we were just not clinical, I guess. So within all that happiness and love and excitement and positivity, I just want to dial it back a little bit, because as I was watching that game, I couldn't help but get annoyed and irritated by the complacency and this carelessness that these guys have. Like this carelessness and this not paying attention to detail, like during the match, or not full concentration. These are the things that are gonna cost us. These are the things that are gonna cost us the games. I look at Garnacho, right? I look at the opportunities, the chances that he gets. Listen, oh well and good. Garnacho is one of our best wingers right now. In fact, if not the best winger that we've got at Manchester United. But if he's not scoring goals, like, are we gonna keep on saying like? And again, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shit on his. Like, I'm not discrediting what he did. I'm not. Absolutely not. My only issue is, am I the only one that feels like these guys are a bit too careless, or a bit too complacent, or a bit too in front of goal? Because I look at everybody else. Everybody else is clinical. It's us that we are not really, really clinical. And that, for me, is a little bit of an annoyance. It's annoying me because I know what these players are capable of. So that part for me is like, listen, can you guys please just get these basic shit together? I'm talking, just don't misplace your pass. Protect the ball. Keep the ball. Don't just kick the ball. These kind of things, retaining the ball, retaining possession, because we found out that at Manchester United, when we retain possession, we do well. We do well. We create a lot of opportunities for us to go and score goals. Now, if we don't have the ball, how the hell are we going to create these chances? How the hell are we going to create these opportunities? So I'm happy, but I'm a little bit disappointed because I want more. Now, I don't know if I'm being selfish by saying that I want more based on what I think these players are capable of. Maybe I am. But there's this level of, because I'm assuming during training, these guys are banging in these goals. Like, I'm sure McCarthy said it in his interviews that these guys in training, they can beat anybody. And I would like to believe during training, these guys are really scoring goals. But why is it that during game day, it just looks like, So for me, the only negative I will take out of that game was the complacency. There's carelessness, lack of protecting the ball. Like, when I watch other teams, when I watch Arsenal, when I watch Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Brighton, when these guys have the ball, they do everything in their power to keep that ball. They don't just fucking lose it. We have a habit of losing it. And that is my annoyance. Maybe I'm now picking on little details, trying to but this is so everybody keeps saying we won that game, and they're like, it's Brentford. So if it's Brentford, then clearly we demand more, right? Like, we're supposed to be doing more. But then if you respect Brentford, and if you know where we are, then this thing of like, we beat Brentford shouldn't be like that. And then that scoreline should be exactly as how it should be. But we know that these players can. Garnacho could have had a hat trick that day. Honestly, he could have. But what is it? Casemiro was good, but lacking a little bit. Like these passes. As a footballer, you always want to make sure that you do your part. Don't create situations or scenarios for other people. So, like with Casemiro, for me, his wayward passes, his attempts, those things, I get it. I was one person that accepted it, and I knew that comes with that. That's part of the elite player that he is. But when I look at how this football works and how people are demanding, I think that is a waste. You know, he was solid, but I was not really happy. In fact, can I talk about the midfield? That midfield was the midfield that took us far in that first season. Christian Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro. First season, Erik Ten Hag mint. And somehow, it seems to be the midfield that is sort of holding us afloat. Now, when I was watching that game, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but our midfield was too slow. Like, I get that Eriksen right now is one of our guys who's on fire, but it was slow. So, Erik Ten Hag needs to make a plan. This situation with Ugarte, like, I understand, but it's going to frustrate people. Like, it's going to get to a point where people are frustrated. I looked at Ugarte for the first time, not for the first time watching him in a Man United color, no. But for the first time he has come on, I've seen him play, and I was like, okay. Can you believe that? That's crazy. I know his first game, people will give him praise, but he kind of looked lost. And then the other game that he played, he looked a little bit. But yesterday, the game against Brentford, when he came on, those last few minutes, I was like, okay, this is actually the energy that we needed in that midfield, which we didn't have with Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno. You know, I think the time has come, or the time has passed for these guys to like let go. But you know what? That midfield needs a little bit of energy. So I would like to see that, because we are facing Fenerbahce, which is going to be another banger. You know what I mean? So we need to need to prepare very well. I don't know how Erik Ten Hag is going to set this team up, but based on how he set up the team against Brentford, I'm expecting rotation. I don't expect to see both Garnacho and Rashford playing. Like, that would make me lose my mind. What about Ahmad? Because if they play, it means that Ahmad will not play against West Ham. You know, so I need to see Erik Ten Hag backing what he's saying in terms of rotation. Because Ahmad, I kid you not, Ahmad was needed in that game against Brentford. He could have added something. They could have added, because Ahmad, apart from him being technically gifted, he's got a very sharp brain. You know, Garnacho, I remember before the international break, we were playing him, and then he got injured, and then he picked up, and we're like, why we keep on playing? You know, not that to say that I want him to be benched, and I'm not trying to say that Garnacho is not our best. No, but we need to rotate Garnacho and Rashford. Rashford playing on the right, he looked good, but it was not good enough. Everybody's saying Rashford had a good game because of those pains. Fine, I'll give you that. I'll take that, but it's not enough. It's not enough, especially if we want to climb up. If we want to make it into these, we need more. We need Rashford putting in more. We need him attacking. Like, I'm sorry. The win was good, but it was not enough. We're going to play against Fenerbahce. We're going to play against Fred, Amrabat. We're going to play Torrier. Like, we're going to be playing against a decent team that's on it. In fact, I was watching them this weekend, and they didn't do too bad. I think they drew, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so we're going to be playing against Jose Mourinho, one of the best tacticians when it comes to parking the bus. Defensive tacticians. Like, we don't do anything when people sit back. Like, we can't do jack. So we're gonna meet Mourinho. So we need everybody. I'm talking Rashford, I'm talking Garnacho. I need these guys to put in these goals. I'm sorry. Rasmus Højlund. Like, I need these guys to score more. I need them to show more. Everybody's talking about, we love the holding play for Rasmus Højlund, this. Listen, I get it, and I don't want to be that guy. But it's not enough, people. It's not enough. It's not enough. And like I said in my previous videos, I am worried about our striking situation. Like, we hyped it the way we hyped it. Oh, fair and good. But I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it in the sense that I don't think it's the one that's going to take us to the promised land. Unless our wingers decide to become absolutely phenomenal. Like, You understand what I mean? But right here, right now, I don't see our strikers being. They're not the guys. So I think Ineos needs. Well, I don't know. I don't know what they're looking at right now. But Ineos needs to start looking at this situation because these strikers are not it. They're not it. I'm sorry. They're good. They're good to do a job. But for Manchester United caliber, like you look at the strikers that we've had in the past. Come on. I think that speaks for itself. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes they're not going to make it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing out certain things that I just feel like we've dropped the ball there in certain situations. Unless these guys come out and start like score 15 goals this season in the Premier League. Just Premier League, 15 goals, 10 goals. Like, I would be like, okay, I get it. Your first season, especially Xerxes, Rasmus Højlund, he has to stay fit. He can't go back into the injury bench. He can't. Otherwise, I don't know. Rashford, we need more. We need more. Him playing on the right, Garnacho on the left, it's crazy, because they both like to play on the left. So I don't know why Ahmad is being overlooked. Because I remember watching that game, and at one point, correct me if I'm wrong. Please leave a comment in the comment section when you after hearing this. But correct me if I'm wrong. There were moments in that game where Rashford being on the right, I found Garnacho there as well. When Garnacho had been deployed on the left. Am I dreaming? Or am I having some sort of like whatever? I don't want to say deja vu, some bullshit memory thing going on. Like I remember looking at that game and I'm just like, but what's happening here at one point? Like not the whole game, but there was one point where Garnacho and Rashford were on the same flag. And I'm like, yo, what won? Now, I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm not trying to look too much into it. No, but it's just giving weirdness. So I would like to see Ahmad. We're playing Fenerbahce on Thursday. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a cracker game. We need to win. No draw. I mean, we can draw, but we need to win. I think has to be our first win. Right? We have to win. There is no other way around it. We have to win. We need to keep this momentum. We need to keep this thing going because we are getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely. And I told you guys, it just takes for us to win 4 games. 4 on the bounce. So we've already dealt with Brentford, which was kind of difficult. I know for a lot of people because, coming into this game, Brentford was punishing people. The first 2 minutes or 4 minutes of the game, they scored. So I'm there sitting watching that game and I'm like looking at the first 5 minutes. I'm like, these niggas are not scoring. Yes. So like I'm not trying to diminish what Brentford are, but they had been a problem coming into this game. So I'm happy that we won. West Ham are wounded. They just got smacked up well this weekend. I don't know if they're playing any European games, but they've been smacked up. So they're going to play against us on Sunday, and they're not training. I don't know if they've got any European games or not. So it means that they've got the whole week. We have got training, like we have to play midweek, and then we're going to play West Ham. That West Ham game, we need to beat them. We can't allow them to win. We can't. They are not playing very well. That West Ham team, Lopetegui, I refuse to lose to them. I refuse to even get a draw against Lopetegui. I refuse. They're not good. They have got good players. Don't get me wrong. They've got good players. Kilman, Todibo, Kudus, Bowen. Like they've got players. Antonio is ticking, but nah, no ways. No ways. If we lose or draw against West Ham, I'm going to be so disappointed. And I'm going to go in on all these players. Like, I can't accept that. I'm sorry, I can't. But, yeah. And then after them, it's who? Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Last but not least, Erik Ten Hag wins an award by the football writers, I think. I think they gave him recognition for winning 2 trophies, back to back. And people I don't know why people like to play down what Erik Ten Hag has done for Manchester United since being there. Everybody wants to look down on like, Carabao, FA Cup. But what they're forgetting is that he won the Carabao, he made it to the final, he was third. And then in the second year, he wins the FA Cup. Like, really? Go like he's always within the finals and just there. So I don't understand how people like to shit on him. So it was nice seeing the Gaffer win his award. It was nice seeing him joke around in good spirits. They asked him about how the team is going. He was in a good mood. I love it when my manager is in a good mood. You guys have no idea. When I see Erik smile, I smile. Because the job that he has at Manchester United, like if you are smiling and you're getting smacked up like this, people think you're crazy. So I was happy that he won this award. It is recognition. People like to play down the achievements that he did, but if the football writers, these guys who actually give these awards, best player, best coach, these journalists, like if they've come together and said that Erik Ten Hag deserves this thing, I mean, who are we? Because these are the same people that all the time are the ones that are picking the winners and stuff like that. So it was a very, very nice gesture. I was happy. It emphasized a point for the Erik Ten Hag inners that this guy is the right man for the job. He really is. Like, maybe there is better, yes, but right here, right now, he is the man for the job, and we need to stop this thing. I'm absolutely happy and glad that there's no noise. No noise. Maybe there will be, but right here, right now, no noise. And because of that, thank you everybody for listening to the Glory Reds podcast. It's your boy Don Benito. Please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please smash a like. Please share our content. If you think that we deserve or we're giving you proper stuff or we are talking to you according to how you like it, please show some love. Spread the word. Show that the Glory Reds is here and it's Don Benito. Peace.